Have you ever tried buying a loaf of bread with a car? Sounds insane, right? But that's the basic flaw with how we used to trade things. Before money, we lived in a world where barter was king. And if you didn't have exactly what someone else wanted, tough luck. Enter
Here comes the money.
money. The magical, imaginary thing that completely changed the way humans live. Let's talk about it. Because money isn't even real, but it runs your life. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, I'm Drewy, and today we're diving into something that affects literally every part of your life. Money. Not how to make it or how to save it, but what it actually is. Because in 2025, we're living in a world where you can buy sneakers with your face, transfer money across the world in seconds, and never touch a single coin or bill. But even if physical cash disappears, money hasn't. It's still there, just shape-shifted, and it still controls everything. Let's get philosophical for a second. What is money? Money is essentially a medium of exchange, something we all agree has value, so we can swap it for goods or services. Back in the day, if I had a bag of rice and you had a chicken, we could trade. That's barter. But what if I didn't want your chicken? Or what if I needed bread and all I had to offer was a cow? This is where the system breaks. It's called the double coincidence of wants. Both parties must want what the other has at the same time. Barter works great for small communities or personal favors, like, I'll fix your door if you babysit my cat. But when you scale that to cities, economies, nations, the whole system crumbles. So, humans needed something everyone would accept. A placeholder. Something that holds value independent of the goods being exchanged. That's money. Money solves all the problems of barter. You don't need to find someone who wants your goat, you just sell it for money. Then use that money to buy anything you want. Money is transferable, meaning you can give it to anyone. It is also deferrable, as in you can hold on to it and spend it later. Money is divisible as well, allowing you to make change. Lastly, money acts as a unit of account. It helps us put a price tag on things. It lets you compare things that would otherwise be impossible to measure. How many hours of babysitting equals a new iPhone? No clue. But if we both agree it's worth $1,000, suddenly that exchange becomes possible. Without money, we don't get marketplaces, we don't get cities, we don't get civilizations. It's arguably one of the greatest human inventions, even if it's a total illusion. Money has never just been about transactions. It's been used to show off, to control, to honor, to punish.
How good is that?
In different cultures and throughout history, blood money was paid as compensation for someone. Bride money or dowries were paid to sweeten a marriage arrangement. Coins were used in religious rituals. Wealth was worn as jewelry, paraded as power. Even today, the car you drive, the shoes you wear, or the vacations you post on Instagram, they're all symbols of money, even if they were bought on credit. Money equals status, and society treats you based on how much of it you appear to have. Now, not all money is created equal. Let's talk about commodity money versus fiat money. Commodity money has intrinsic value. Gold coins, for example. Gold is valuable in itself, even without being used as currency. Fiat money has no intrinsic value. It's valuable only because the government says it is, and because people believe in that system. That dollar bill in your wallet. It's just paper. But if everyone agrees it's worth a coffee or a bus ride, then it becomes worth that much. The first fiat currency was used in China in the 10th century. Fast forward to today, and almost every national currency is fiat. A lot of modern paper currencies used to be backed by gold. The US dollar, for example, was once a promise to pay in gold. But in 1971, President Nixon pulled the US off the gold standard. That meant the dollar was no longer tied to any physical resource. Now, the value of the dollar is based entirely on faith. Faith in the government, faith in the economy, faith in each other. And when that faith crumbles, you get inflation, currency collapse, or full-blown financial crises. This is why fiat money is both genius and terrifying. So is money even real? Nope, not in the way rocks or bananas are real. Money is social fiction. It only works because we agree it works. It's a collective hallucination with incredible power. But even if it's imaginary, money's consequences are very real. It determines your housing, food, healthcare, and future. You can't eat it, you can't wear it. But without it, you can't really function in society. So yeah, money isn't real, but it runs your life. It replaced bartering. It built civilization. And now, it's the one thing none of us can escape. Thanks for watching. If you found this topic interesting, barter me a like and subscribe as a token of appreciation. And if you haven't already, check out my previous video about markets and morality. It dives deeper into how we value things in society. Drop a comment. Would you survive in a barter-only world? See you in the next one.